Howdy y'all, Addison from Texas here, just coming at you with a chit chat, get ready with me, testing some new makeup, not new to the market really, well a little bit, but you know, new to me. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna hang out and get ready together to go absolutely nowhere. So if that sounds fun, let's get to it. So please like the video, subscribe before you leave, follow me on Insta. I give away some goodies over there, some little goodies for you guys, just to say thanks for your support. So let's put some makeup on our face, shall we? Been itching to get in here and do this with you guys. So here we go. All right, we're back. Put my hair back a little bit, did a little something with the hair today. Why? I don't know, because it's Friday and why not? So first off, I'm gonna prime my face. I do have some moisturizer on, that's about it. A little secret, I do not like sunscreen, but I don't go in the sun that much. I did over the summer and I wore sunscreen when I was doing that, but on a day-to-day basis when I know I ain't going outside because it's freaking hot, I don't put it on because I don't like the way it feels, I don't like the way it smells, and quite frankly, if I'm going to be wearing makeup, I don't like the way it performs underneath my makeup either. So if you've got one that checks all those boxes, where it's, you know, smells good, looks good under makeup, and keeps you safe from the sun, let me know in the comments below. So I'm going to prime my face with a little bit of pore primer. This is from that W Airfit. I did link it in one of my videos before, so I found the link and I'll find it again because it's not, I had to get it off of Amazon. I don't think that they have like a website per se, at least not one that I could find. But I think it's like $9. And the benefit of this, in my opinion, is that this stuff works the same, if not a little bit better, than the Benefit Professional, and it does not smell. So the Benefit Professional, that smell, like as soon as I start putting it on my face, I get a headache instantly. So I just use, you know, about 45 dollops of this to get right into those deep caverns up here. So girl needs some Botox. Do you guys get Botox? I hope that, you know, if you're younger than me, you don't feel like you need it yet, but I need it. So, it's just been a little while, you know, other priorities. We're putting in a pool. We've finally got the concrete poured yesterday. It's been a waiting period because I guess with COVID everybody is putting in pools, and so because of that things are backed up. So we've had to wait 2 months for concrete. So we started the process, it's now the end of October, and we started the process in May to get our pool done. And the company's good. I mean, the company that we chose, it's been like, they started as soon as we got the permit, which took a long delay, 7 weeks for that delay on the permit, and then by the time that the company actually got here and got started, it was like 10 days. They had dug the hole, put all the plumbing in, put all of the rebar in, which is a really cool process to watch if you haven't seen that. But yeah, and now we've just been waiting. So it's just been are we getting a pool ever? We don't know. It's just been a kind of a nightmare situation. So anyways, we got concrete and we're very excited, and we got a hot tub also, thank goodness, because, you know, I mean, it's not going to get like freezing down here in Texas, you know, for a long period of time, but at least we'll be able to use the hot tub as soon as it's ready, and we won't have to wait till next spring or, you know, early summer to get into our actual pool. So I am gonna go in, I think I'm gonna do I want to do concealer first, or do I want to do foundation first? I actually went over to Sephora yesterday because I have a giveaway going on Instagram for some followers over there. So I went to get the gift card for that, and I picked up this Sephora concealer that was on sale, or clearance rather. I think it was like $5. So it's just the Matte Perfection foundation. Oh, it's foundation. No, it says full coverage. I thought this was concealer. Golly, it's like in a tube. Oof. I saved it, it's fine. I thought it was concealer because it's like in such a small tube. I wasn't even looking at it being foundation. Well, bummer, because I got this KVD foundation I wanted to try today. So I'm going to save this for another day. Let me get a concealer. I pulled out the Clinique. I'm going to use the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer Camouflage 24-hour wear. So I actually did a review, or a kind of a battle between this one and another foundation, or golly, Addison, get it together. This one and another concealer, and this one won from that concealer. So I'll link that video below if you haven't seen it yet on that. So need to grab a tissue, be right back. I'm going to go ahead and put on the foundation first, since I know how this concealer works, and I know that it works well over foundations. I kind of like to do that with new concealers that I'm trying out. If I'm going to be using a foundation I don't know how it wears, or a new concealer, I will put the concealer on under the foundation if I know the foundation. Otherwise, I'll do the foundation first since I know the concealer. So that's kind of how I decide which one I'm going to do first. Ooh, okay, so this is it is just a plastic bottle, and it is the Kat Von D, and I got the shade Light 24 concealer. I'm pretty sure this was in a medium tone. They have like neutral and medium and fair. So it shows like a little, you know, color in the bottle there. Go ahead and put it out on my hand. Very liquidy. Very liquidy on that. Whoop. Get it together. So just gonna go in with one of my little elf sponges and dab it on the back of my hand. And let me get y'all all up in here so that we can do this. Yeah, I think that'll be an okay shade match. I'm not really pleased with the whole COVID thing, not letting me try my shade in the store, right? Y'all feel me on that? I mean, maybe all psychic. I'm just ready for all this to be over. I'm ready to feel normal again. But I will tell you, if you notice that I am in a particularly chatty good mood today, it is because my kids started school this week. Yes, they did. And let me tell you something. My kids, this is soaking right up into this sponge, so I'm going to just dab it on so that I get the most out of it, because it's just being soaked up. And I mean, this is you know, not an expensive foundation, but nobody wants to waste money on purpose, you know. So there we go. And I got a little something on my neck here. Y'all can't see it because of how close we are, but go ahead and dab a little of that on there. So anyways, just gonna do this in. So anyways, my girls, I, you know, love being a mom. I love my girls. I love all my children. But this just learning from home thing, you know, I guess it's maybe I just don't have enough time to devote to it because I work full time from home, and just none of us were thriving, you know, by this whole being homeschooled situation. And it was necessary, you know, for our circumstance. But when we got that email, and dear Mr. Principal, if you're watching this, thank you. But we got that email from the principal saying like, hey, none of the cases that we have encountered are, one, at the elementary school, and two, are happening to kids that are wearing masks. So if you want to send your kids back, we have determined over the last 9 weeks that it is safe. And, you know, I was like, the skies opened and God started singing, and it was a beautiful, beautiful day. So they're still very excited. This is the end of the week, and they have mostly gotten up to get ready for school without it being too much of a battle. I know that that soon will end for me, but as soon as I can get them out the door, you know, then I can continue on with my day and not lose that much time. So, to talk about this foundation, I don't really like it. It is not sinking into my skin. I feel like I'm just moving it around my face. Even just, you know, trying to press it in, get it really in there. It's just not doing it for me. I don't have a lot of, you know, skin issues. I don't have a lot of dry patches. I don't have a lot of texture. So most foundations I can make work. This one I can make work. I just feel like I'm having to work harder to get those results. So, you know, I'll probably use it because I have it, and it's not the worst foundation I've ever used. I would say that it is not fully matte. I can still see it's a little bit satiny when I turn my head there. So I'll try it with some different things underneath it, you know, maybe a different moisturizer, maybe no moisturizer, maybe it's better going straight on my face, and see how that works. But for today, with the products I have underneath, I'm going to say that it's not my favorite. But can I make it work? Yes. And it's not going to get me down. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The packaging is adorable. I love it. It's a twist top, snaps right into place. Kat Von D, yeah. I mean, I love the packaging on it. So I'm going to give it a star for that. I've got a hair somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to go on with some concealer now. I do have the shade Very Fair 6, and I'm going to go directly, forgot how thin this was. Dollop will do you on this one though, folks. It goes a long way. So I'm going to use my itty bitty sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and blend her in. So anyway, are you guys still homeschooling? Are your kids at school? Do you have kids? Let's talk about it. What are your thoughts? I mean, everybody in my circle has said the same thing. We're all just ready for things to get back to quote unquote normal, and, you know, be able to hang out together and do all the things. And I think, like anything else, this is temporary, and we'll get there eventually, and, you know, things will be fine. Ah, boo! I went ahead and went on my eyelid with that concealer, but I had this new Anastasia eye primer to try. I'll leave it off of this eye, since I thought about it before I got it up there. So anyway, while I was at Sephora yesterday, I had some points, and that was the only thing that looked enticing to me in the little container there for my point reward. So I went ahead and got that little puppy. So this looks super shiny. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but so this is newly blended, and it is very shiny under my eye there. But on the side where it's been sitting for a couple of minutes now, it is starting to set down, so you can tell that it's not as shiny once it starts to dry down. So just a little something to take note of there with this. I do feel like I am pretty well covered. I did put a lot on, you know how you do, sometimes it just happens. And so I'm gonna let that dry down a little bit before I set it with powder, but I am gonna prime my eyelid. I guess I'll do that right now while we're waiting on that to set. So cute little eye primer. Gonna put it on my finger. Ooh, got a lot. Came out real fast there. So just gonna try and scoop a little back in. And I'm just gonna put it all with my finger. That's super thin. So I'm gonna go over on this side. The color's pretty. Just a super thin formula. So I guess I'm gonna take the other end of that little sponge and just kind of blend her in there. So, which eyeshadow palettes are we using today? Good question. I am actually going to be pulling out my Tati Beauty palette and my new Friends palette from Makeup Revolution. So I was not able to do a lot of looks yet with that new makeup palette, Revolution palette. So I wanted to pull that one out and give it another go. I enjoyed the look I did in my video. I'll link below, or on the eye and down below. But there's so much that you can do with that palette because it's so big. Stop it. So anyways, but my Tati Beauty palette, I did a look last weekend. We kind of went on a little staycation with the kiddos, and we headed up north about an hour, and I did kind of a fall look with my Tati Beauty palette, and it was just so pretty. So I thought I would bust this out today. Plus I've got some lashes. Who am I and where am I going? Nowhere. I'm just gonna do movie night at home with the girls. So anywho, I got these new Kiss lashes, and these are in Gala, and then I got some Ardell's Demi Wispies. So I think I'm gonna, I really want to try these out, so I'm gonna put these on today. Drop something, be right back. Anywho, story of my life. My father-in-law made me the cutest little makeup table to put everything out here on, and so I've got these cute little buckets he made me for my makeup brushes and all this stuff. So super cute. That is drying down very nicely now, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and set it with some powder. Man, the longer this foundation is on my face, the less and less I like it. It's just not doing it for me. So today I'm going to use my very well loved Physicians Formula translucent mineral powder to set my face. What do you mean you're not using your NYX HD banana? No, not today. I need my brush. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. It was hiding from me. So I'm going to dust it off a little bit. And I'm just using my e.l.f. Tapered brush. This is the blush brush, but I think it's the perfect little shape there for right up underneath my eyes. And I actually think that e.l.f. has a couple of really good brushes like this. So anyways, just gonna get some on my brush here and go ahead and dab it in. So I'm not doing a swiping motion because of my age. We want those wrinkles to go away. So I am doing a dab motion to get those wrinkles to disappear. So this is a good powder. I like it. If I had to choose between this one and my banana powder from NYX, I think you all, if you have watched my videos long enough, you would know that those are my favorite, but you know, this one is a good one. Gonna get it right here in my T-zone. I did not use the concealer down the middle of my face today. I just did it up underneath my eyes, which I think is fine. you know, I'm not going to be doing any kind of like brightening pictures or anything, so I feel like it's fine enough. I'm going to go ahead and take my big fluffy brush from Sanya Kushik, and I'm going to just get a little bit on my brush there, tap off the extra, kind of set the rest of the face, see if we can kind of redeem this foundation a little bit. In the viewfinder, it looks fine. You guys are probably like, God, what's she so picky about? Well, it's just, you know, like I said, not one of the better ones I've tried recently for my skin. If you have it and you love it, great. Keep using it by all means. It's just one person's opinion. So I think we're set and we are ready. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the face makeup before we pop into eyes. And for contour today, I went ahead and pulled out my e.l.f. contour kit. And you've got, oh, hold on, this is light medium. So I've got a couple shades here at the bottom that I can use. And I'm going to go ahead and, what am I going to do first? Go ahead and do a little bit of bronzer. So I'm going to take this lighter shade here on the bottom left side, get a little bit on my brush. These are super dusty. As you can kind of see, they get everywhere on my palette there. So make sure you dust off that extra. It's not like a deal breaker for me, but just something to note. Dipped my brush into the light shade on accident. This is a great tone. It's not shiny, it is very matte, and that is how I prefer my bronzers. Gonna go down the neck here. Alright, I think she is bronzy. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do a little contour action on my cheeks. This is just an Eco Tools brush, and it's really dense and thin, so I enjoy this one for my contouring. And I'm gonna go ahead and blow this off a little bit. I'm gonna go into this deep shade at the bottom here, and a little bit, because this is super pigmented. So you can always add more, right? Go ahead and go in on the corners here. So don't need to do that really, because I know what I'm doing. But if you don't know how to contour, go ahead and make a little fish face. Follow that line right into those cheeks, and then I just kind of blend up into my to my bronzer there. So I know it looks dark in the viewfinder, which hopefully it's coming across properly to you guys, but if you can see just looking straight now that I do look just a little more carved in there, and that is our intent. So again, I mean, it's like boop. That's all we need, folks. All we need. Go ahead and go to this side and do the same thing. So start at the ear and bring it down. Yippers. And then just kind of blend it up. Make sure there's no edges. Yep, that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and go right under my nose here, kind of make it feel a little bit shorter on the bottom. I'm going to go right up underneath there. See how it kind of looks like it evens off the bottom there with my nose. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit more and tap it off, and I'm going to go right on the jawline here. So nobody's going to see this part, right? Because I'm not going to be walking around like, you know, like this all night. So that's why you want to just kind of take advantage of those shadows that are already there. You just make them more deep, and then you can get yourself a nice carved jawline. See how that works? So very nice. Go ahead and go on the other side here, and I like to get kind of right up on the edge of my jawline. So instead of going underneath it, I kind of go right on the edge and underneath, so then I'm kind of carving it out a little bit higher than what my actual jawline is. And if you have trouble areas like I do, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I do not like this little part right here on my face. I would prefer to hide those, so I kind of go over them a little bit higher and a little bit darker than the rest, and kind of makes them blend in a little bit more because I'm shaping them, I'm shadowing them. So it's just the curse of my bloodline. So, but you do not need to do that. And some people go down the nose. I wouldn't do that with a big old brush like this. So let's just do it because we're here, and why not? I'm going to go ahead and take like this fluffy brush, this is a Lavish tapered blending brush. I'm going to go right into that contour color, tap off the extra a lot. And I'm going to use the end of the brush, so I'm not going to use it very up high or anything. Find the side with the color, and I actually like to start at the brow bone and kind of work my way down to the sides of my nose, all the way up to my little dip there, just like so. See how that just kind of configures that nose shape a little bit more. I'm going to go on the other side, and like I said, ever so slightly. I am not putting barely any pressure on my brush, just kind of flicking it there, just like that, and you kind of got like a nose job, and you didn't even have to go and get any hurtness. And then I kind of just take the edge and kind of just, you know, blend it. Use this, and so then I'm done with this. I'm not going to use any more of that, but I am going to take that brush, clean it off, whatever's left, and then now I'm just going to go in and do a little buffing motion on that line I drew, just to kind of blend in those edges, and again lightly because I don't want to undo what I've just done. Just want it to blend evenly with no lines. So there you have it. And you can even go in like with your foundation blender and go over those edges a little bit, and it will kind of, you know, calm them down. So you can always kind of go backwards if you get a little heavy-handed, but I like it. So don't do that one often, but when I do, it'll look a little snatched action. Let's go move to brows. What did I get? I got the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. So I went ahead and picked this up. I've not used this product yet, but it does come with a spoolie on one side, which I appreciate. And hopefully this is a good color for me. So I'm going to brush up my brows, which I did a little taming of earlier. Just kind of did a little plucking, minute or two. Got them cleaned up. That is a snaps. Okay, I'm gonna put that down. Kind of take, it's just a regular point on there. Nothing groundbreaking or anything, but I've heard good things from it. this is nice. I think this is a good color for me. Also, so this is medium brown. I'll set them later. So, what are we gonna do now? What is there to do? I am gonna take my big fluffy brush from Make Cosmetics, and I'm gonna just go ever so slightly over my edges here. Just finish up my face makeup a little bit. I have not decided if I'm gonna put highlighter on yet or not. Yeah, alright, let's do it. You talked me into it. Alright, so I pulled out my Glow Beam from e.l.f. palette, and this is in light. And I'm going to take that middle shade there, which is pretty good for my skin tone, this middle one. This one is way too sparkly, just pure glitter. This one's too dark for me, so pretty much this one right in the middle is a good choice. Get a little on my brush. And this is a cool brush. I like this one, but oh, it's Alamar. No? Something glam. I don't know. Anyways, I love it. And I'm just gonna go on the cheeks. Get a little cheekiness. So, something to do without going and getting cheek filler or anything. If I go ahead and put a little bit on my cheeks there, now I've got, like, you know, a little lift without the surgery. So you guys are kind of getting all my goodie tips today. Get a little bit on the forehead there, make it match. And that looks nice and glowy. So, and then to emphasize what we did on our nose, we're going to go ahead and dust a little of this glowiness on the end and kind of right down. I don't go all the way down the center because I don't want to accentuate my bump right here. Kind of go up above it right there ever so slightly. And I'll go ahead and come back on. Go a little bit right here. Ooh, that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go in. I got this NARS High Pigment Long Wear Eyeliner in black, and I'm gonna go ahead. Good grief, is it a twist off? Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to get into it. Son of a... Well, never mind. I'm not going to use that. Guess let me get another black eyeliner. Alright, I'm back. I went ahead and grabbed my Wet n Wild Breakup Proof in black liquid liner, and then I went ahead and grabbed my No Budge Retractable Liner in black from e.l.f. And I know I can get the damn lid off on this one. The reason I'm starting with eyeliner, you may want to know, is because when I know I'm going to be putting on false lashes, I like to do my upper waterline. And I don't want to mess up my mascara, my lashes, my eyeshadow, none of that. So I start with this, and then I don't have to go like lifting and pulling and all of these things, so I can do that without applying anything first. So I'm just going to go ahead and line my upper waterline in black. Okay, so now that that is done and out of the way, so the good reason for doing that is because when you are going to be using false lashes and you apply them on top of your eye, if you have some pronounced lids where you can see your upper waterline, so you can kind of see mine now that I put black on there, it looks like there's gaps, so it makes it look more natural as natural as false lashes can look if you go ahead and line your upper waterline. So just a little something to mention. So let's bust into some eyeshadow. All right, I'm going to start with my Tati Beauty palette. This thing is freaking beautiful. I hope that she comes out with a volume 2. If you have not seen this, look at this. Oh my god, it's just so pretty. So I am going to get my blending brush. This one is by Farrah. Yeah, and I love it. It's just the perfect little blending brush. I'm going to go into Soothe, which is down here on the bottom middle. So this cool palette is actually all the same color family. So you've got 6 colors out of the palette total, but you've got 4 different textures per color. So you've got a glitter, a metallic, a sequin, and a matte. And these things are freaking pigmented. They blend like a dream, and they're just, it's so wonderful. So I start here, and I'm just going to get this into my crease. I gotta get some color up in here. And so I am going to hold my brush at the end so that I get the lightest application and I can blend very easily. And I'm not going to go out with the shadows because I want to keep the shadows in. I've already done my face makeup, so I don't want to be doing wipe away and having to replace foundation that came off and that kind of thing. So I always blend inwards with my stuff. So that is one swipe. I mean, that's one little dip in the pan, dust off the extra, and then go in. So that is how colorful these things are. They're just beautiful. And they are pretty much all neutral. So you are able to create many different looks with this palette. It's just magnificent. So, and it is a volume 1, so hopefully she is on a hiatus and going to be creating some other volumes for us. This one came out about this time last year, if I remember correctly. I know it was in the fall. So just gonna do the other eye. Okay, I think I want to go into some of this strong color, which is right next to it. It's like the red. It's not red, but it's like a really burnt orange color. Again, so pigmented, and this is just an e.l.f. smudge brush, but I am going to go right up underneath my, where my crease kind of comes down. I'm going to look up and, look down and get right up underneath there to really enhance that crease with this color. Yeah, kind of go right on my eye bone with that to see the difference that makes. Just makes it a little bit more intense there. I mean, if you've got it, flaunt it, right? So, do the same over here. Let me zoom in. Maybe we can get a little personal up in here. I'm gonna go right over here with that. See how that looks when I close my eye? On the other side, this eye is a little bit smaller. So, if I go a little bit lower than that line actually is, I kind of can make them match on this, on the size of the eye. Oh, had a little fallout there. And I just want to say something about this e.l.f. No Budge retractable liner. The hell, look, got it on the bottom. It's transferring from my upper lash line. Anywho, just wanted to mention that, e.l.f. I guess I'm going to be putting eyeliner in my lower lash line now too. or lower the waterline. Thanks to Elf, just made that choice for me. Anywho, so this is where we're at so far. Nice. And I'm just going to take my blending brush, that first one, and go over the edge of what I just put on there very lightly to blend those colors together. Brown shade here, so I'm just kind of moving to the left. If you want a super pigmented rock your world black, it's in this palette. Tati did a fantastic job with this black matte formula in here. I'm going to lay this down. This is a really dark color, but if you lay it down and then blend it out, it can be all the things that you're looking for in a brown shade. Brush for blending. I'm going to blend it in now on those edges, and then I'm kind of tapping lightly and working it in. Now I'm going to go ahead and go with the metallic Soothe color right here, and I'm going to just use my finger, and I'm going to go right in the front part of the eye all the way to cross over to that brown color. So nice. Alright, I know that I said that I was going to use that other palette, but this is just doing all the feels for me today, so I think I'm going to not be using the Friends palette, and I'm just going to continue on with this one since I've got it out and I love it so much. I'm just taking more of that first Soothe shade in the matte, and I'm just going to work this up a little bit further to my eye bone, up to my eyebrow. Kind of get that a little bit higher. I want it to make more of an impact when I... Oh yes, girl. Got a little glamorous. I'm gonna go ahead and dip into... What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I need a little glitter up in my life. I'm gonna go ahead and go into Soothe Glitter. Just gonna stay in that line, that lineup right here. You do not need a lot of this, folks. This is so beautiful, and it comes off just right off of your hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over the entire lid with this, and I'm dabbing. I am not swiping because I still want the other colors to come through. I just want to be able to have that beautiful glossiness, shine like a diamond here for movie night, you know, so when we turn the lights off you can still see where Mom is. And I'm going up a little onto the lid. I'm just getting this. This will have some fallout. I mean, if you're going to use a glitter glue, it's fine. But once it sticks to the eye, it will be there. But when you're applying it, you might have a little bit of fallout. So just go ahead and take your brush that you used for up underneath your eyes, and you can just swipe that right away. Okay, we are back, and that got dramatic pretty quickly. These lashes are beautiful, but they are very, very dramatic. But I'm loving it, and that's what makeup is about, right? It's about making us feel beautiful and having fun, and it washes off and we start over another day. So I am going to go ahead and put on some blush now. I decided to use the ColourPop in Between the Sheets. Go ahead and put that on my cheeks here. Finish up our look. I'm going to go ahead and use this bronzer brush because I like the top of it. It's like a stamper, and it's good with these Super Shock shadows. So I just do a little dabbing motion here on my cheeks. Wow, these lashes, you guys. I'll walk out there and my girls are gonna be like, dang mom, where are we going? To the gala. That is what these lashes are for, is the gala. Oh, I wish we had a gala to go to. Wouldn't that be fun? I guess if you go to a gala, pick these lashes up. I like them. Like I said, they're very dramatic and very pretty. Go ahead and use my Dose of Colors in the shade Nude Mood. Okay, this one does dry down very nicely, and I think that it is a little bit better for this look. Listen, I had so much fun with you guys. This overall look, I think, came together in the end. Dramatic, yes. Love it, yes. Let's do a little setting spray. This is new to me, but I did get the suggestion from Taylor Wynn. She's on YouTube as well. I'll link her channel below, as if you don't already know her. She's fantastic, but this is from Collab from Tati Beauty, and she said to get the blue one. I double checked. The spritz is very nice on this, so I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a couple. The smell is nice, and that spritz is super nice. So let that cool off, fix our little hair here, and this is it. This is what we have. So I enjoyed spending time with you. Like the video, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.